what's the truth about these loans on personal injury cases? Now, I've had clients more than once say, hey, Tom, can I get a loan on my personal injury case? And the answer is yes, but the better question is, should I get a loan on my personal injury case? So what are these loans? It's not a typical bank loan where you've got a fixed interest rate that's compounded. They're called pre-settlement funding or just lawsuit loans. And the problem with lawsuit loans is the interest rate and how it is calculated. But essentially what you're getting is they'll give you cash now, and then they'll take a chunk of your settlement when your case settles later, or if there's a verdict, they'll take a chunk of your verdict later on. So the first problem with these are the sky-high interest rates. What happens is these lenders know that if you don't win your case, they're probably not going to get paid. So to make up for the losing cases, they charge huge interest rates for the winning cases. And everyone's free to set their own interest rate. It might be something like 3% a month. But if you compound that monthly over a couple of years or a year, it adds up to a ton of money. Some of them will even do it a little different. And they'll say, hey, look, I'll give you the money today, and I'm going to charge you the 36%. But tomorrow, you have to pay the full 36% for 6 months. And then maybe 6 months later, if you go 6 months and a day, you're going to get charged for another full 6 months, even though that time hasn't elapsed. They all are free to set their own interest rates and times and things like that. So when you talk to these people, make sure that you don't rely on what they tell you over the phone. Make sure they send you a contract in writing and see how it is broken down. See how much you're actually going to be paying at the end of the day. And you probably should be sitting down because it is not going to be a small amount of money. Now, the second pitfall is having one of these loans out here might cause you to settle your case earlier for less. And the way this works is, as a lawyer, my job is to get my clients the best settlement possible. And if there's no reasonable settlement, then the case has to go to trial. Well, when you take out one of these loans, the clock is ticking. And so the longer it takes to resolve the case, the more money it's costing out of the settlement. So if there's an insurance carrier that's being very obstinate and not, getting with the program, it's going to take longer to get a good solution, get a good settlement, or take the case to trial. Well, if you're seeing that the amount of money you have to pay on your advance is going up, 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 you might be incentivized to settle your case for less money just to stop the bleeding. And that's a problem. And then the third thing that I really don't like about these is what happens when the case finally is settled. So you get a good settlement, and as your lawyer, I'm happy. Hey, look, we got a good settlement for your case. I hope you're pleased with it. And then what happens is in Nevada and many other jurisdictions, your lawyer is obligated to cut a check to the lending company before you get your check. So even though we might have a good settlement, the amount of interest on the money you took out from the lending company is so big that the amount of money that's actually going to go into your pocket after settling the case is far smaller than it should be. So think twice if you're considering a lawsuit loan, and definitely read the fine print. If you have questions about your personal injury lawsuit in the state of Nevada where I practice law, feel free to drop me an email or give me a call, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. It's a free call, no obligation, no pressure, just answers.